Hello everyone! So for the past two episodes I tried this one-shot format and I was wondering whether you liked it or whether you think it's better to have a formal intro and outro, so please feel free to send me a message and let me know. Now back to the episode. I think we have all at least once in our life felt behind, as if there was some invisible timeline that we are supposed to follow and that we're late on that. Perhaps your career isn't where you imagined it would be, perhaps you have not found the love of your life yet, perhaps your dream is still hidden in the drafts on your phone, and yet people around you or on social media seem to be moving forward. I think this is one of the biggest illusions that we live inside. The fact that faster is better, that earlier is superior, and that your pace determines your worth. But here's the truth. You're not behind. You're not late. You are living a story that is uniquely yours and it doesn't need to match anyone else's chapter count. The pressure to rush, to fix, to catch up most certainly comes from fear, and I think that these fears are unique to each and every one of us. For some, it's FOMO, for others, it's the fear of being left out, forgotten, the fear of not fitting in anymore, the fear of not being enough if we stop producing, proving, or performing at massively rapid rates. But what if the very opposite was true? What if the quiet seasons, the one where nothing seems to be happening, are the ones doing the most sacred work underground? And I want to use the analogy of bamboo here. So a bamboo spends years growing roots underground. About 4 years of nothing visible, just quiet preparation. And then, in just a few weeks, it shoots up sky high. And your life might feel slow now, but that doesn't mean nothing is happening. Some seasons are for rooting and others are for rising, and both are necessary and prepare us in various ways. Not all growth is visible, and some of it happens in the pause, in the waiting, in the slow and silent unfolding. It's like when you plant a seed beneath the soil, you don't dig it up every day to check if it's growing. You trust it, you water it, and you wait. So lots of nature analogies here today. I used to panic when life didn't move as fast as I wanted it to, when I didn't feel like I was achieving at the rate that I should be. I would put all those unrealistic deadlines and pressures on myself, but I think I forgot that I had 2 jobs, no personal assistants, and only 24 hours in a day. But now that I'm a little older, and that I look back on things that happened in my life, I know that good things take time, and that making peace with the pace will get you there with ease. The real and beautiful aligned things don't arrive by force. They arrive when we are ready to hold them. Can you imagine you train at the gym for 1 day and the next day you wake up with a muscular and toned body, like you wake up in your dream body, right? You might think, yes, that sounds great. But I doubt that any human would enjoy such a sudden change. Even when people get plastic surgery, it takes them a long time to get used to their new image and to recover. But let's imagine that ever happened. I think you would be so shocked because sudden change feels very unsafe for us as humans. If good progress happened instantly, we wouldn't have the time to learn about routine, about discipline, about rest, and about all those other things. Slow progress is more sustainable in the long run, but it also makes us wiser because Ultimately, it is about the journey, no matter how long it takes. And it is not about how fast you get there, but about who you become along the way. So if you've been rushing lately, feeling like you're behind some invisible schedule, take this episode as your invitation to breathe and to remind yourself that you are not falling short. You are becoming, and becoming has no deadline. Now, as you know, we have a little tradition here on the podcast. Each week we end with a reflection prompt or a tiny action. So this week, ask yourself, what is one area of your life where you've been rushing the most, or judging yourself for not being there yet? Is it your career, your healing, your relationships, your creative work, whatever it is? Now, instead of pushing harder, how about we try something else? Can you soften and surrender to the pace you're actually at? Can you trust that what is meant for you is not in a rush either? This is your sign to make peace with the pace, because you are moving in some direction. Trust me, whether or not you are noticing it, things are transforming. And what I found to be true is that by surrendering and making peace with the pace, things tend to happen much faster. It's a bit paradoxical, but I think it's because you let go of these expectations, you tap into playful energy, and ultimately you make this journey more fun and playful. Anyways, thank you for being here, thank you for listening, for pausing, and for giving yourself these 8 minutes of space. If this episode resonated with you, feel free to share it with a loved one and help me reach more thoughtful humans like you. Until next time, keep growing at your own pace. And remember that all you need is 8 minutes. Cheers.